but the sound before the fury of those who are oppressed.
Oppressed people's nation, I'm only here for the people.
During that process, my wife, who had made a transition, was with me. Our national chairman, Zulu, and he is our national chairman, Brother Malik Zulu Shabab. He was our guest, and he was coming in town. But prior to him coming in town, we didn't know that the Cleveland police had them on the ground in the mud with a helicopter. They just went and got some fish from Sister Rael's place, and they had them on the ground. We were waiting on them and wondering why they were late. When they came in, I was outside, noticed the helicopter flying over East Cleveland, Dr. King Civic Center. So I was leaving, so he stopped me and my wife and said, "I'd like for you to stay, Brother Carr," and this is what I had to say. So he spoke. We leave, and I noticed half of the parking lot cleared out. So I told him, that's how many cops was inside the place and outside the place. And I told my wife, I said, I guess the meeting over. And they was in Jaguars, sports vehicles. And so we going down Shaw. And we turn on St. Clair. I turned to tell my wife, I said, they look like they live in the same hood. All these cars. I said, they live in the same hood. So when I turned on 120th, I lived right across from the library and the Mandingo's apartment. And when I turned in, they flipped the sports vehicle, put in front of me. I seen the blue lights up under the bumpers. And they put in front of me and stopped. And lucky I had good brakes. I threw on brakes, the door slid, and they all jumped out with pistols and stuff. And they ran to my side of the car, and they ran to my wife's side of the car, and they put a millimeter to my wife's head, and they put a millimeter to my head. And as I said in this article, the gun was so close to my head, I can see the clips. And make a story short, at that time, I wasn't thinking about Brother Malcolm.
Hold on, brother. When you giving knowledge like this, don't make the story short.
Okay.
Tell the people what it's about. Cause this knowledge.
Okay. That's right. So and they was all dressed in black and didn't have no name tags. See, you know, and they could have been the Klans, anything, but they was all Caucasian, you know, as we say in the Panther, racist crackers. And I wasn't thinking about Malcolm, I wasn't thinking about King, I was thinking about Richard Pryor. I said, I'm reaching in my wallet, in my license, you know, because I didn't want no accident. And so they said that my car was spotted at a robbery scene. And I said, y'all know where my car was, y'all follow me here. Did you lend your car? I said, I told you, y'all know where I was. Y'all follow me here. And so when they looked at my license, they felt like fools. And they looked over across the street. Now they realized that I was parking my car, not trying to dodge them, I guess. But by that time, the people started ganging up on the corner. And I heard one brother holler, that's Brother Abdul. Wherever I go, I build a base. If you come on my street today, I got sentries looking at you. That's right. That's how you do it. If you don't know your neighbor, don't talk to me about revolution. You know, I'm saying, we talk about revolution, and you live in a house and you got nobody watching your back, watching your house. You got no alarm. You go in a white neighborhood, they don't have to know the name. If you go in that white neighborhood and you look suspicious, they will call the police. Yeah. But eventually what happened, the crowd got bigger, and they had to let us go. And the weirdest thing, they came in like men, but they rolled out waving at the crowd like this, smiling, because the masses was waiting for some action. That led to me to understand, to get involved with the new Black Panther Party for self-defense, because the first office was here in East Cleveland. Okay. And I became part of it in East Cleveland, and I'll be honest with the massive people, when you don't study and most study, then I got a problem with you, because I'm not going to go out on the line blind. You got to know what you're fighting for, because if you don't, then you turn on me. It's easy. I can become your enemy. That's right. If you don't have a philosophy or ideology of what you're doing. Everybody got a philosophy and everybody got an ideology. And you have to be with that. And so after the Million Man March and the Million More Movement, one of the comrades came to me who also joined the East Cleveland, and he's present with me now, is the Minister of Justice of the New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, that's Brother Kareem. And he came to me and said, brother, he said, you've been the chairman in the past. I was the chairman and sitting on the Central Council of the Black Panther Party, and I worked out of the Harlem office with Brother Tupac Mother, Phoenix Shakur. I worked with Sister Asada Shakur. I worked with Lumumba Shakur. I worked with Zayd Malik Shakur, who was in the car that was murdered by the state trooper with Sister Asada Shakur. And I worked with those revolutionaries, very hard, strong, first-line fighters of our Liberation Army. And when Brother Kareem came to me, I decided to take my post once again as chairman of the New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. And that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Not only I'm in the Panther, but the Panther is in me.
That's
Okay.
right on.
What is this shirt about, brother?
This is our fundraising, and it's the deepest thing because the chairman trying to raise funds so that I can get some wheels, because a lot of times the members in our organization is so busy with their family busy, and I really thank the Creator and the proper ancestors. I say the proper ancestors. I'm not talking about those Tom ancestors because they can stay in the grave. That I need to make sure that the organization got some transportation whereby it's Panther transportation. So this is our shirt. They come in also white.
Okay. Panther support. Now, please tell me you got some big folk shirts.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Don't tell me you got all these little small and medium.
No.
Don't tell me the largest thing you got is a 1X.
No, sister.
You don't tell me.
I got a shirt for you that is so big I think it's in Roman numbers.
All right. All right. How much the shirt's going for, brother?
$12. You know, and this is going into the Panthers. We have a thing to saying that in terms of being a black nationalist, economically, we have to support our own liberation struggle.
Right.
See, you know, the peoples have to get involved in supporting their own liberation struggle. One thing happening in Cleveland, there's many formations in Cleveland, but these formations are getting grants. And when you start getting grants, then you got peoples coming into your organization and telling you, well, you got to remove this, and then you got to make sure this is written right. But we have no shame in our game for the basic reason is that this is for the total liberation of our people. We are not only revolutionary black nationalists, but we are revolutionary Pan-Africanists. Only simple meaning this: wherever our peoples are that being oppressed, we support them. We support our brothers and sisters in Cuba. We support our brothers and sisters in Brazil. We support our brothers and sisters in Africa. We support our brothers and sisters in Australia. Wherever black folks is catching hell and being treated unjustly, we support their liberation struggle, because the liberation struggle is one struggle. The other thing, when we met the oppressed people nation, automatically I say I'm a member of that nation.
That's right.
Automatically. Why? Because if I'm saying I'm not oppressed, then somebody please wake me up, slap me or something.
That's right.
You know? And the other thing is that we believe in a nation, and we do not believe in borders. It ain't no East Cleveland.
Right.
It's not a Cleveland. We don't believe in borders. We catch hell in Cleveland. We catch hell in the East Cleveland, as they call it. You still black.
That's right.
And you still colonized in Cleveland. The policemen don't have no jurisdiction. The feds don't have no jurisdiction. The CIA don't have no jurisdiction. So all of a sudden we get real cool and we think that, well, hey man, you know, you're doing the same thing that the street organization doing. This is my block. And you can't come on my block. No. This block, this community is controlled by the oppressor. Let me just say this. There are three types of zones that we have to deal with. There's a liberated zone when we run and control everything.
That's right.
There's a contestant zone where we catching hell but we allow to protest. And there's a zone under enemy control. A meeting like this will be outlawed. And they trying to get an enemy control zone where we can't meet like this, where this becomes illegal. And if we let the Tea Party stay on the stove and become a hot cup of tea, no, we're going to put some ice cubes in their butt. That tea got to become cold because what is happening in Ohio now dealing with the prison. They talk about privatizing prison.